a lot of people aren't used to that. A lot of people aren't used to work-life balance being completely 90-10, and a lot of people aren't used to taking risks like that. You know, even,
thank God for that.
I know, that's
It leaves
true.
room for people like you and me.
It does. But you have to have vision. You have to be willing to stick it out there and take the heat.
If you want to go off and be in the front line, but if you're going to go off and be entrepreneurial, which, I mean, in a sense, I've got to say, I think whether you work for a large corporation or whether you're starting a startup business at the age of 17, they're much the same thing because there's no security in any of them. So we're all entrepreneurial at some level. But to actually go out and start a business and put your life savings or borrow money and put other people's life savings on the line, you're going to have an awful lot of sleepless nights. It's not going to be comfortable being you. It's going to be uncomfortable being you. And then people go, oh, I don't feel comfortable. That is normal. If you're not feeling comfortable, that is good. I always talk about the comfort zone. You've got to step outside the comfort zone. You know, it's like a sort of, you know, when you step outside the comfort zone, you feel uncomfortable. And if you stay there for long enough, your comfort zone gets bigger. It's like the pebble dropped into the water. The rings go out. You get more and more comfortable. You can handle more difficult things. That's what generals do in war. You know, so yes, you've got to step outside. It's going to be, you're going to have some sleepless nights. And it might go wrong. And you might have to get up and dust yourself off and start all over again.
But that's what business is really about, right?
There's lots of different sorts of business. You know, there's big corporate businesses. You know, we've seen in this country, you know, the likes of Woolworths, who we thought would last forever, going bust. You know, I can't think of all the examples. But big businesses do go bust these days, you know. So things that have been around for years and years, that's big business, run often by people with cufflinks and suits in big boardrooms from the top. But modern business is fleet of foot. Young, this new generation who are starting businesses are doing it with people, with each other. They're a great generation. They're people they trust. They've got a massive work ethic to get things done, and they're having fun doing it. And I think that plays right the way through to customers wanting to be associated with companies who have got that kind of zest for life.
Yeah, they always say the customer experience is a lagging indicator of company culture, right? The customer feels the culture.
Not a bad analysis.
Yeah.
But you don't design that. That happens through a natural thing.
Right.
I never designed any of our businesses, though they got strong brand identities now with Yo. I never designed it that way. I allowed it to grow from the people within it, and that became the culture. So it had some integrity to it.
Right. It wasn't just dictated by you. It was
organic. Wasn't planned in an advertising agency, that's for sure. It wasn't cynical in that sense.
Okay.